Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a 2v2 Patreon cast for Rocket here today and a LiveWraith on Breakwater. New map, beach map, love it. Top side, gonna be ChainGoat, the enemy Protoss, and a Terran enemy named RulexMatador. Ooh, that's kind of a fun name. And on the bottom left, we have our heroes. It's gonna be LiveWraith, and it's gonna be Rocket, Trash Panda himself. In a TZ team, Terran and Zerg working together against Terran and Protoss. Make up your own story about why they'd be fighting each other in this combination of races, and you have a book. You have a book idea here. So we've got a barracks coming up here from RulexMatador. We are pinging hard, man. It says wall off here, says our guy Matador. Okay, fair enough. We've got hop-up spots here for Reapers. Hop 1, hop 2. And the arrows indicate there's a hop-up spot, because maps change fairly often. And there's a ramp here that leads into your base, and a ramp here that leads into your base. So, okay, so I guess walling off here and walling off here keeps you safe, and then both players have two bases walled off, but I don't think Team North knows about this one. Maybe not. LiveWraith scouting out with a drone. What combination of units will we see here today? Maybe some Marines, Marauders. Maybe Rocket is going to go a battle cruisers. Oh, so last Sunday, I cast a game with Rainer versus Nikorakt. I believe Nikorakt was his name. And what is this? Yeah, worker status. There we go. Nikorakt. And if you missed it, it featured battle cruisers. You should check it out. If you want a link to it, let me know in the comments. I'll give it to you. It's an amazing, amazing game I got off of lotv.spawningtool.com. We inched forward too soon while messing at his doorstep last game, I think. So it's going to be a forge here. So forge into a gateway wall off, maybe with cannons. Yep, 2 racks here from RulexMatador. That is an aggressive build. 2 racks opening. And we've got ourselves an engineering bay here for Rocket. Planetary fortress inside the main. We have a macro hatch inside the main here for LiveWraith. There's not a wall, says LiveWraith. I've got a spawning pool, but no gas, no speedlings for LiveWraith for a while. So no wall here, and guess what? No wall here either. I'm asking slow lings to harass, says LiveWraith. LiveWraith, get speed for your lings. They're infinitely better. They are 4,000 times better than slow lings are. Slow lings are some of the worst units in the entire game. They are not good. They die before they reach anything. Although if the enemy doesn't have anything, then guess what? Lings will kill you just as well as speedlings will. So maybe it's all good. I don't know. Engineering bay here from RulexMatador. Is he going to get a planetary in his main too? Who's going to do this? Who's going to get a planetary in his main? Come on, Rocket. Rocket going to do it? No, but upgrade to an orbital at least here, Rocket. Come on. You know how this works. You know, leaving your command center in your main base as just a regular command center is a bad thing to do. Big mistake on their part, says LiveWraith. Yeah. Yes, it is. I mean, that's another... Why did they think walling off here was the only thing they had to do? They probably don't know the map. Breakwater feels like a new map in the 2v2 world. So, okay, slow link. Look at this, though. Marines. They outnumber the lings. They don't... Come on, get speed. LiveWraith, I love ya. I do. Patron of mine at patreon.com/falconpaladin for $10 a month, tier 3. Let's see how bad slowlings are. Do you see how bad slowlings are? Ooh, Reaper getting some work done here from Rocket. Absolutely no reaction at all from RulexMatador. Has to get pinged by his teammate ChainGoat to be like... Did I call him ChainGhost? It's ChainGoat. I might have misread that name. Okay, he's not getting an upgrade to his command center. And finally upgrading to a planetary here is Rocket and his main. So at least he's getting an upgrade. Dude, Reaper casually has 4 kills back here. I think those, yeah, those are all SCVs. He's just murking. Oh, beautiful KDA charge on the Reaper, on the Zealot there too. This lost mining time and the dead SCVs and the micro here. I imagine Rocket is not spending very well back home, and he's not because he's microing so hard up here, but that was cool. That was some good harass without a doubt. Okay, but also speed. Okay, let's see. LiveWraith, not 100 gas yet. Working on metabolic boost, though. Okay, metabolic boost. Baneling Nest. Rocket knows how many workers he killed. Very proud of it. Okay, Lings, I Low-level StarCraft, man. You're never going to see this anywhere else. You're never going to see this anywhere else. Low-level StarCraft is where you see things like slow lings at 5 minutes inside the enemy's base. Trying to do stuff. Definitely trying to do stuff, but I mean, it's been 30 lings that have died in this game. And I don't know how many of these kills are LiveWraiths. Like, maybe 3 of the Marines? 10 Marines have died on the other side. The trades are not great. It's okay. Speed's almost done. Roaches are on the way here, too, from LiveWraith. Not saturating the second base yet. Spending a lot of the money on things like 30 slow lings that aren't getting a lot done. Just get speed for the lings. And then it's so much easier to get damage. You can get surrounds on things. You can run away from zealots. You can kill these Marines so much faster if you have a speed upgrade. High-sec auto-tracking on the way from Rocket, which will increase the range of his planetary fortress and these turrets that are coming up now as he one-bases his way to utmost victory here today with 3 factories, tech labbing, Thors maybe? Could be a mass Thor. Ooh, double command center here too is intriguing at 5.5 minutes. So expanding here and then like expanding over here, I guess. Could be good. Oh, speed is done. All right, everyone, hold the tower together. We hold the tower together. It's 55 to 37, or 55 and 37 for ChainGoat and RulexMatador, 34 and 36 for our heroes. I'm going Roachling Bane. I like it. I like it as a comp, LiveWraith. Let's go. Let's saturate your second base, too. I think that would be awesome. I think you have 300 minerals. That's a lot of drones. You can go, done. Saturate it. You have all this larva. You've got available supply. He's making more lings and some drones. All right. All right. Some drones. Big fan of some drones here. But yeah, if you want me to cast your replay once a month, just like Rocket, you become a tier 3 sub of mine at patreon.com/falconpaladin. I will cast your game as a professional game like this right on the main channel. It's a really fun thing to do. You get a little bit of exposure and everybody wins. So here comes Roachling Bane. Any speed on the way for these Banes at all? No. But hey, you connect on Zealots. Ooh, that's a good connection on those Zealots. Bruising them up real nice. Roaches do a lot better against bruised up Zealots, too. They do pretty good against full health Zealots, but bruised Zealots are kind of bad against everything. Zealots are tanky, says Rocket. They are. That's what Banelings and Roaches are for, though. Oh, my gosh. That's a lot. Help! Help! We're outnumbered. It's good. Fine. It's a force field. I don't... Oh, there we go. Not that those Roaches were going to be able to retreat anyway. I don't think... Okay, so this... We're dead? We're dead, right? Army value is 1,000 resources for ChainGoat and RulexMatador. It's 150 total in gas for LiveWraith and Rocket. Okay, but actually big numbers. It's going to be, what, 2,300 to, like, 1,300. So 1,000 resources. Widowmine connection. Pretty good there, I guess. This is looking bad. This is looking really bad all of a sudden. What is he doing? Is it tanks? It is Thors. Okay. He's got Thors in production. Not great against Stalkers or Marauders. Here we go. Ling, Bane. Speed for the Lings. No speed for the Banes. And, you know, just connecting on top of Stalkers. Look at it going for the Marines. I like it. Marauders eat some Baneling shots there. More Lings are an answer to a lot of this. I like it. LiveWraith gonna hold. Some Marauders from Rocket joining the party, too. Yeah, okay, so they hold the attack. It was scary for a second, but Zerg has the ability to make a lot of stuff fast. That's what they're here for, man. Bam. Quabam and Quabam. Thor up. Let's go. Let's go, Idaho. Any upgrades from anyone today? Yes, actually. Looking good for Rocket. He's got +1/+1 for his Marines and his Marauders. He's got Concussive Shell. He's got Combat Shield. Doesn't have Stim. That's because he's going Thors, and Thors do not benefit from Stim. Second base landing for Rocket. Third base, hiding off to a corner. I like that move from him. Lings checking these expansions. Anybody here? No? Good. That's good for us. Terran, RulexMatador is still not upgrading his main command center. This is a sign that someone really doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, the planetary in the main is a good indication that the player is maybe not the greatest player ever, but the non-upgraded command center in your main base, that's how you come across somebody on ladder. You see that, you go, oh, right. Or you come across like a Zerg player who didn't make a queen in the first couple minutes of the game, and you're like, okay, like that's what's happening here. What is that for Terran, or for Protoss? What do you think? Like, what's the thing a Protoss player can do where you, you know it's a newbie? You know it's someone that hasn't played StarCraft very much. I'm trying to think of what that would be. Not getting Warpgate? But can't really come into somebody's base and see they don't have Warpgate. I guess you can because the gates aren't Warp gates. I guess that would be it. Right? Where you come into somebody's base, the gates aren't Warp gates. Speaking of the devil, there's no Warpgate here for ChainGoat. I promise I didn't set that up. I promise I didn't notice that he didn't have Warpgate until just now. I went through all of those things. How can you determine that a Protoss is new? Oh, I know. They don't have Warpgate. The gates change when they're Warp gates visually. You can tell. And I was so proud of myself. Then I checked. And ChainGoat doesn't have Warpgate. Whew, okay. All right. This is getting interesting, folks. Well, man, siege tanks against Thors are very good. Stalkers against Thors are very good. The Lings can be handled by the Zealots, I feel like. Maybe the Marines with good micro can make this thing happen here, too. Hydras. Tanks are going to deal with those. Ling checks what's going on back here. Dies immediately, but sees. Cannons over there. More stuff coming in. Are we going? Are we moving? Well, I guess we're coming down the ramp. Nope, not into a choke. Not against tanks. No, good. Rocket's like, nope, absolutely not. Not going down there. Bad place. Bad touch. So ChainGoat's happy to be on 2 bases. RulexMatador's happy to be on 2 bases. I mean, this is the most tanks I've seen from somebody who doesn't know about orbitals or planetaries, honestly. Like, everything else that's going on here from RulexMatador isn't, like, horrendous. The tanks are good. He's not spending his money very well, but that's to be expected at this level anyway. Everybody's kind of floating cash a little bit at least. Okay, this is where you sacrifice these Lings. And then you open up on the Hydras and they all die. And we didn't attack at the same time. Guardian Shield from ChainGoat. This is getting Guardian. He's using spells and he's not getting Warpgate for his gateway units. It's not like he's going carriers, right? You could skip Warpgate if you're in a team game and you're like, I'm just rushing carriers. Cool, do it. That's not what this is. He's not just rushing. Oh, he's just sniped a changeling. ChainGoat. He knows about changelings. This is the weirdest. Third base coming in from LiveWraith. More Guardian Shield popped. I think he's having all of them pop Guardian Shield at the same time, which is not ideal, but you know what? I'll take a Guardian Shield at this level over not getting Guardian Shield. Like, I'll take doing it wrong over not doing it at all. Because it does reduce incoming attacks, just by a little bit, but man, for every attack from a Marine, that's kind of a big deal. Overseer checking to make sure they're not over this side. They're not. A third base from ChainGoat, and ChainGoat still is not getting Warpgate. Is ChainGoat? I would say ChainGoat is doing a Brood War challenge here, but you got sentries, and like sentries are not something in this in Brood War, so that's not what's happening here. He's just not getting Warpgate. He's getting a fleet beacon. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's like, I was planning on going carriers the whole time. Who needs Warpgate? I love that Rocket's main base is a planetary, but this entirely undefended against ground base over here in the bottom right is an orbital. That's incredible stuff. Like, seriously. That is just putting all of your faith in not getting spotted. Swarm hose, but against Void Rays. Oh no! Void Rays are like the answer to Swarm hosts. Whenever I play a 3v3, which I do here on the channel every Friday night, come check it out. It's a live stream. Or on twitch.tv/falconpaladin. Whenever I go Swarm host strategy and the enemy opens Void Rays, I'm like, ah. And then I die. Because especially if they have Flux Veins, they're so fast. They can snipe down Nidus Worms super fast. They can kill Swarm hosts super fast with prismatic alignment. Because Swarm hosts are armored. And everything just kind of dies. It's real bad news. Anyway, it's 113, 120 to 102, 120 and 102 for Team Captain America. 95 and 676 for the other guys, for our heroes down here. Third base rockin'. LiveWraith decided to actually drone up. Good job, LiveWraith. Hats off. Hats off to you, sir. Up the left side here, too. Swarm host gonna do a thing. We've got carriers, man. Okay, launching in on a Terran. Not a big fan of Swarm host versus Terran because Marines and Marauders tear these things up. Better against Protoss and Zerg in every way possible. So he's kind of bypassing the Terran and he's like, ah, Nexus, die. Jump, 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 jump. Yeah. And this is, it's like the one. Oh, they expired before they killed it. I guess they don't have an upgrade yet. Yeah, no, they don't have an upgrade yet. If they had a +1, I think that would have worked. Anyway, locust damage on buildings is nuts. And with that, that tells ChainGoat and RulexMatador it's time to go. Here goes nothing. Missile turrets taking out Void Rays, taking out Medivacs. Taking out what they can here. Using Swarm Host defensively is a little bit tough, but you know, in this situation, I think where the enemy's gonna actually fight him, I mean, they don't need to. Yeah, never mind. The Swarm Hosts all died. Siege tanks are kind of crushing everything. So many tanks, says Rocket. Oh, he's got Burrow on his Swarm Hosts. Oh, scan. The Burrow. These burrowed Swarm Hosts. I can't think the last time I saw tanks sieging up on top of burrowed Swarm Hosts. Yeah, that planetary's dead. Tanks are mean. Those things don't even have any upgrades, man. They're 0-0 tanks, baby. Dude, these Swarm Hosts are going to launch Locusts. Look at this. They're going to launch Locusts. No, they went the wrong way. They should have jumped right on top of the tanks. Oh, no. The Locusts did the wrong thing, and now the tanks are still crushing it here. RulexMatador, the man of the 0-0 siege tanks, is getting it done here today. This is insanity. Overlords are like, hold on a second. Just making sure, yeah, the Swarm Hosts are accurately reporting what's happening. Maybe that's a rally. LiveWraith has 200 available supply, 2,000 minerals, and 1,000 gas. And the tanks are like, good enough, I guess? Oh my gosh, the Corruptor count. Did they scout out the carriers or what? I don't know that they scouted out the carriers, but we just have a lot of Corruptors for no reason, LiveWraith does. How did you... I am fairly sure. Yeah, they do not know about the Stargates or the Fleet Beacon. What is this? LiveWraith, how did you know? How was your game sense so great? Yeah, Locusts land, everybody moves, Locusts die. That's why Locusts on defense are just bad. Look at this. This Corruptor Ball is exactly what LiveWraith needs. Like, what the? You made carriers? Dead. You made Tempest? Dead. You made Tempest and carriers? Dead. Like, that's probably over making Corruptors, but it's crushing everything in the sky here, LiveWraith is. And that's what's fun about Zerg, is, yeah, if you do it right, and you catch the carriers early enough before they get a critical mass and they have anything supporting them, really, you make a bunch of Corruptors and all the carriers die, and it's extremely satisfying. And then you wander into a base and caustic spray down a fusion core because battle cruisers, you don't want to see those, although I don't know, I'd rather my enemy kind of commit to battle cruisers when I've got Corruptors out on the field, you know, man. I love Thors, says Trash Panda's Rocket. The Thors charging through. Looking good. SCV's here to repair the Thors, or I guess attack things as necessary too. Pretty fancy. And more carriers. But look at the Marines eating them. See, anything supporting the carriers is going to be great. Marines. Ooh, yeah. I mean, these are Marines with 2-2. It's the best upgrades in the bunch here. RulexMatador. No, he doesn't actually. Rocket has 2-2 for his infantry that he's not using. What the heck? RulexMatador has no upgrades. Rocket's the only person who's got any kind of attack or armor upgrade for his units other than the +1 attack for ChainGoat on his ground units. And the Thors with their single target attack against carriers are so good too. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a much worse reason to make carriers than your opponent has Corruptors and Thors. That's just an absolutely horrendous thing. I like that LiveWraith is controlling a Corruptor army and a Locust army at the same time, although, I mean, all of the Corruptors are dead. But, you know, for a minute there, that's what it was. Oh, the tanks! Trying to walk into a position to kill the tanks, but taking so much damage. Oh, no! Oh, no, tanks! Yeah. So one of these things is you love your Thors, against all this stuff except for siege tanks. Siege tanks are the reason we don't see Mass Thor in TVT, because tanks exist, and that is why. So more skies are coming in from LiveWraith, Mutalisks overhead, more corruptors happening. Locusts, again, no upgrades for anything. Nobody has an attack upgrade. Nobody has an armor upgrade, not for the sky, not for the ground at all. Can we use mutas to kill these tanks, he says? Absolutely. I've never used Vipers, says LiveWraith. Probably a little bit too much to ask. Team North doesn't know about this. No real surprise. And yeah, if you're on 2 bases at 20 minutes, just GG. You're done. You're mined out of your main. You're probably mined out of your second bases too, or like very, very close to being there. And if the enemy has anything other than that, they're just going to beat you economically, cost for cost. Trying to rebuild the 3rd base over here, ChainGoat. Ooh, and get a 4th base up this way too. Ah, so good. Terran music. Look at the tanks while we listen to this Terran music. Tempests don't kill Locusts very fast, but Locusts can't defend themselves at all, so it's kind of a fair trade. Yeah, and not that that was enough Locusts to kill the Nexus, but if they had an upgrade, it would have been nice. Thor using that big, chunky damage. Last time I used Broodlords in a game, I think, was when they gave the Thor the big, super long-range, anti-air, chunky damage against big things like Broodlords, and I was like, oh, a direct counter to Broodlords? Cool. Yes, Terran needed another one of those. It's not like they already had ghosts or anything. Yes, I like this army from LiveWraith. It's got, like, triple the army of anybody else. 169 versus 47 versus 85 versus 91. Rocket is having a hard time rebuilding. We're keeping him pinned. They'll run out of money, but no, that base is back. He finds the almost undefended tanks. The mutas are just move command scouting through here. Come down to fight the Stalkers. The Stalkers aren't upgraded, but they have a +1 at least, but mutas are going to chew them to pieces. Yeah, I remember one of my first ladder games ever was Mass Mutalisk. Against a Protoss who decided that Stalkers were the answer, and I was like, no. Sadly, no. And there are some Broodlords. Cool. LiveWraith making it happen. Ooh, some Vikings out in response here from RulexMatador. Top left base attempted by Rulex. No. Look at these upgrades, man. Rocket's getting great upgrades, and everybody else is studiously ignoring them as much as they can, again, except for ChainGoat's +1, which was great. Mutas are really good against Tempest cost for cost, because Tempests do absolutely terrible damage against Mutas, because they're small. They're not big. They're not big like battle cruisers. Tempests are supposed to do that. We are the winners, says Trash. You are correct, Trash Panda. Rocket, you have done it. Broodlords against tanks is not a fair play for the tanks. Vikings need to be handled by the Corruptors, but they're busy peeing on a Nexus right now. But the Mutas can maybe get the job done anyway. There we go. Muta's in a lot of trouble fighting against these Marines. Again, these Marines have combat shield. They have a +1 attack. Good for them. Again, in this game, having a +1 attack is basically having +3. It really is. I love 4 Broodlords. Just, yeah. With no upgrades, none. No upgrades for the Broodlings, no upgrades for the Broodlords themselves. Uh-oh, they're trying to stutter step micro, which means the Broodlords are getting more attempts to attack them. Okay, that's real bad. Anyway, Locust launching over here, trying to kill stuff, killing sentries. Nexus getting hit, Assimilator getting hit, not really targeting all that much. ChainGoat taps out. And that's it. Rocket get that win. Woo! In 23 minutes and 52 seconds on Breakwater. Resources lost today. About a combined 30,000 for our heroes and about a combined 38,000 for our enemies. That's a lot of interceptors that died. 32. 4 carriers died. Every carrier died. 11 Tempests is a lot. But the Thors of Rocket died, right? 16 Thors down. The army at the end of the game for Rocket is exactly 2 Thors and 3 Marines. It's really LiveWraith who got up to the good economy, got up to about 60 workers and 4 bases, was able to replace mutas and corruptors and locusts and broodlords and lings as much as he wanted. It was great. I would love to see an upgrade, like one upgrade. The thing about, okay, ground upgrades is you have to make an evolution chamber to get upgrades. Fine, that's an extra step. But you already have a spire if you're making sky stuff. And if you're making sky stuff, you can click on the greater spire and go +1 attack. It's not hard. You already have it. You already clicked on it once in order to make it a greater spire, you remember? Anywho. Amazing. Amazing, amazing stuff. All right. Well, I guess good effort there by ChainGoat and RulexMatador. I would... Astounding. 23 minutes of no Warpgate technology. I think ChainGoat has 2 gateways. Yeah. 2 gates, 2 stargates. And that's it for unit producing facilities. Yep. It's you can make more things faster if you have more stargates. My production tip here for ChainGoat today. Look at LiveWraith. LiveWraith has a base here, a macro hatch, another base, and another base. That is so much larva production compared to the 2 gates that you're making, ChainGoat. More gates for you. And then for RulexMatador, I would say pick a lane, maybe. I mean, I kind of like the 2 racks, 2 factory, 2 stargate setup. It's kind of neat. It allows you to do a lot of things, like make a bunch of tanks and Vikings and Marines, which is not a bad combination, honestly. So maybe just more of that. Maybe a little bit more on the upgrade front. I like that you got... Is that Banshee Cloak? Were there any Banshees in this game? 4 Banshees were in this game. Huh. Didn't notice them at all. I wonder if they killed some... Did they kill some workers, maybe? 1 drone died for LiveWraith. 27 drones died for... 27 SCVs died for Rocket. What in the name? Look at all these supply depots in production. When... Alright, I want to figure out when these Banshees existed. Banshees! When were you part of this game and where did you go? Banshees? 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 I'm looking at this. There it is. Banshees. I'm trying to figure out also when Rocket lost all of his SCVs. So we're going to follow the Banshees and see what they do. Okay, so they came in here and died to a bunch of turrets. Alright, so that's not the Banshees doing anything. And let's see when these SCVs all died, because what? Oh, it's probably when Rocket brought them to the front with the Thors. That's what happened. Okay. So it wasn't actually harassment. Fair enough. Yeah, see, then we see all these SCVs, and then the SCV death count. No, still doesn't quite explain it, does it? Does he send more SCVs to the front? Guess he only lost 12. I thought it was more. Anyway, fun stuff, and that's going to be it for me today. This has been falconpaladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /falconpaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.